Thank you so much for joining. I'm Giovanni.
Giovanni, you look very mysterious. Is that
Oh,
intentional?
no, that's if anything, I'm trying
Exactly.
to get on your energy.
Okay. Very good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. To me, what I find so captivating about your performance in The Brutalist is your ability to sell the tangibility of Laszlo Toth. There's incredibly detailed accent work. It's very grand. I'm curious, after reading the screenplay from Brady and Mona, what was the one aspect that you feel if you couldn't convey that through your performance, it wasn't gonna, come complete?
Well, it's a lovely question. There's always so much unknown pressure. You you have material to work with that is so beautiful, especially in a script that's as well composed as their script, but there are just so many unknown factors and so much that has to unfold. And it's really a matter of just trying to find every little detail that can help you along the way that sets the foundation for building the character, much like a structure, like an architectural achievement. You really need to work from a true foundation. And fortunately, in this film, I I am the son. I'm the son of a Hungarian immigrant who's also an artist who fled war and hardship and emigrated to the United States, and that my mother's journey and the journey of my grandparents is still very closely connected to me, and so I had a lot to draw from dialect-wise from my grandfather's dialect in particular, and his very thick Hungarian accent, and certain sensibilities about my grandfather that I've incorporated into the construction of the character, but also a feeling of what they'd been through, the sense of being different, even in spite of assimilating and not quite being, I guess, American enough, or they were. I witnessed how hard it was for them, and I think that's a journey that many of us have witnessed from our ancestors, or at least our parents have witnessed for their parents.
I mean, you mentioned also you have similarities through yourself. I mean, you're an artist, you've worked in this industry for many years. I found The Brutalist to be a film that, while it talks about many things, is very much about an artist in a world filled with those clearly disengaged with the process of making art. As long as the result, gets them what they desire. So I inherently, there must have been moments that, especially in situations where you're acting opposite of Guy Pearce's character, this felt very, relatable to you and what you've experienced throughout your career, especially frustrations and trying to bring your art together.
Sure, I think it's a pretty universally understood um, journey, and I've had quite a lot of good fortune as an artist, and have had many opportunities that are fulfilling as an artist, and I could just as well have had the same abilities and yearnings and talents and not been bestowed with those opportunities in life. And that is part of the journey, and the hardship is that it lives within you, and it is very hard to be fulfilled and quenched. And even when it is quenched, it isn't the end all. Once you've achieved a great work, then what? You have to continue to aspire to create work that builds upon the previous work you've done, that surpasses that work, that speaks to lessons and understandings that you've gained as a human being subsequent to that work. And you have to exist in a business as well, often, as an artist, or else you will be a starving artist and in obscurity. And then you have to figure out how to not compromise to the point that you've lost your fire and artistic vision, and determination to do what you know is meaningful. And so I think it speaks to the journey of a filmmaker. It speaks to the journey of a fine artist, an actor, you name it. It's very relatable to the relationship of the artist, and as well as a benefactor or a system that exists to enable one to work within that structure.
Thank you so much for your time. I just want to say I truly believe that this is the defining performance of the year, and what I also think is the defining film of the decade so far. So
Oh
thank you so
man,
much.
really appreciate that. Thank you, bro.